Now we explain importance of vector form of Coulomb's law. According to Coulomb's law, F12 equals to minus F21. This is the vector form. The magnitude of F12 and F21 be equal, but they are in opposite in direction, plus and minus. This is signified that Coulombian force obey Newton's third law. Clear? Every action has an equal and opposite directions. At the second section, force acting along the joining line center to center of two charges, that is act central force. That signifies that if two charge, say this is Q1 and this is Q2, the force between these two charge along this line, that is line joining to center, that cannot act along in these directions, or in these directions. They always act center to center. This is called central force. And also the range of force is more than the nuclear size. That means if the distance between two charge is more than 10 to the power minus 15 meter, say 10 to the minus 14 meter, minus 13 meter, that is nuclear size, up to macroscopic range, that is 10 to the power 18 meter. But if is inversely proportional to the R, that is A varies as 1 by R square. If R is more, F is less. Clear? This is the range, and these two be the importance of vector form of Coulomb's law. Now we explain a numericals. Suppose the sphere A and B identical. Identical means same size. Q amount of charge on both the sphere. That means both are same charge. Same charge means repulsive force separated by a distance R. That means two charge Q1, Q, A and B separated by a distance R. Now a third charge, that is third sphere of same size but uncharged. You point out this point, uncharged, that means charge is 0, is brought in contact with the first, that means with the A. C, uncharged, contact with A and with the first, then brought in contact with the second, and finally removed from both. That means first you contact with A. If A be Q and the charge of C is 0, that means this Q amount of charge separated on both the sphere, Q by 2. Now this C charge contact with B. B means Q amount of charge, C means Q by 2 charge. Therefore total charge 3Q by 2. This 3Q by 2 charge separated on both the sphere equally, that is half of total charge 3Q by 4 on B and remaining 3Q by 4 on C. C is removed. That signifies that initially both charge QQ and separated at a distance R. Therefore force, initial force KQQ by R square according to Coulomb's law. and final force F dash. F dash signifies that K, Q by 2 charge for A, 3Q by 4 charge B. Distance is also equal R, that is K Q square by R square into 3 by 8. That means 3 by 8 of F. This is the final result. If the numericals present in this way, তোমাকে বললো দুটো ফোর্সের রেশিও কত হবে, তাহলে ফাইনাল ফোর্স বা ইনিশিয়াল ফোর্স এফ ড্যাশ বাই এফ 3 by 8. ক্লিয়ার? যেভাবে তোমার সামনে কোশ্চেন্সটা আসবে তুমি সেই ওয়েতে সেটাকে প্রেজেন্ট করবে। নাও তোমাকে আমি দেখাবো অ্যানাদার কোশ্চেন্স ফ্রম কুলম্বস ল। একটু ভালো করে অবজার্ভ করো। সে টু আইডেন্টিক্যাল চার্জ capital Q, each are kept at a distance small r from each other. A third charge small q is placed on the line joining the above two charge such that all the three charges are in equilibrium. Is a statement of equilibrium. This signifies that the total force is 0. The total force is 0. এখানে দুটোই আছে আইডেন্টিক্যাল চার্জ। একটা পয়েন্ট খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট মনে রেখো, ইফ বোথ দ্য চার্জ সেম সাইন, that is positive or negative, in that case small q is placed between the line joining them. বাট যদি সিচুয়েশন এমন হতো আমি এটা প্লাস কিউ, দিস ইজ প্লাস কিউ, দিস অলসো প্লাস কিউ, distance is r, say small q is placed in this point at a distance x from the left charge. That means this is r minus x. This is r minus x. Therefore, total force on this system, what is the total force on this system? Say, these two are repulsive in nature, in direction. These two also repulsive in nature, but opposite in directions. Therefore, F1, this is say F1. Now, the force between capital Q and small q at a distance x is F1 K QQ by x square according to Coulomb's law, and F2 be the force between capital Q and small q, that is the right part, the distance is r minus x. F2 K QQ by R minus X whole square. For balanced, if F1 and F2 be equal, resultant force is 0. This signifies that K QQ by X square, this is F1, and K QQ by R minus X whole square, F2, be equal. Then you solve these equations. K QQ is cancelled. That is R minus X whole square equals to X square. And root over of the part left hand and right hand is R minus X equals to X. You take positive sign because X be the distance. Distance cannot be negative. Therefore, 2x equals to R and X equals to R by 2. That means if small q charge is placed just midpoint between capital Q of both the charge, that means at the midpoint total or net force should be 0. X equals to R by 2. And total system is in equilibrium. That means force between capital Q and small capital Q. Also capital Q and small q. Capital Q, and capital Q, small q. Net force is 0. If we consider this is the distance R by 2 from previous sections, K QQ by R plus 2 whole square plus K QQ by R square equals to 0. Always you write as a vector addition F1 plus F2 equals to 0. Therefore 4Q equals to minus Q and small q equals to minus capital Q by 4. Point is noted that if you consider these two forces equal, in that case you can't the original sign of this charge. You can't find the original charge of the small q. Then always you write F1 plus F2 equals to 0. Then you find the value of small q equals to minus q by 4. Clear? Now we discuss the another questions. A charge having magnitude capital Q is divided into two parts, small q and q minus q. This signifies that this is one of the charge, q minus q, another charge, small q. Therefore total charge is capital Q. If the two parts is exerted a maximum force, if we consider the distance between two charge is R, therefore F equals to K Q minus Q into Q by R square according to Coulomb's law. Capital Q is constant, R is constant, then only vary the value of small q for maximum force. Maximum force dF by dq should be 0. Then you write d dq of f, that is d dq of k by r square q minus q square. But k by r square cannot be 0 because k is a constant, r be the distance. Therefore, dq of q minus q square equals to 0. Or you applied the differentiation from q minus 2q equals to 0. Therefore, q equals to q by 2, or the ratio q by q equals to 2 by 1. This is the final result. The ratio of charge q by q equals to 2:1. Now we explain another numericals. Say two equal positive charge, both are plus 5 microcoulomb. Clear? Both are plus 5 microcoulomb. Now we consider this charge is placed at a point A, plus 5, at B also plus 5, at C consider C. This is C. This is 10 microcoulomb. We find the value of force at C. If A and C both are positive, the direction of this force along this. Here the speciality of Coulomb's law. If we find the charge, if we find the force at C, always we consider the total action and reaction applied only the charge at C. Again, the force on C due to B, in these directions. If this is 1, this is 2, that means this angle is theta. Both the angle is same, both is theta. If this is F2 and this is F1, but the value of F2 equals to the value of F1, because F1 equals to K 5 into 10 into 10 to the power minus 12, because both are microcoulomb, and this is 1, this is 2. That means AC square means K 5 into 10 to the power minus 11 by 4 plus 1, 5 Newton. F2 also K 5 into 10 into 10 to the power minus 12 by BC square equals to K by 5 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton. Therefore, this angle also theta, this also theta. This is for F2 cos theta, And for, say this is F1. F1. This component of F1 is F1 cos theta, F2 sin theta, upward F2 sin theta, and this is F1 sin theta. F1 and F2 same. Therefore, vertical component of force is cancel each other. Therefore, total force along, say this is C, this is D, CD, R equals to 2 F2 cos theta plus F1 cos theta equals to 2 F1 cos theta along CD, vector component along CD or along R. Therefore, R vector 2 F1 means K means 9 into K 10 to the power minus 11. And what is the value of cos theta? Base by hypotenuse. Cos theta 2 by root 5, that equals to 4 by root 5 into 9 10 to the power 9 into 10 to the power minus 11 along CD equals to 36 by root 5 into 10 to the power minus 2 CD cap Newton. This is the final result. তাহলে আমরা কুলাম্বসের উপরে দুটো কোশ্চেন্স করলাম। নেক্সট ক্লাসে আমরা আরও দু একটা ডিফিকাল্ট কোশ্চেন্স কুলাম্বসের উপরে ডিসকাস করব। We also discuss on Coulomb's law in the next class in details. It's two difficult numericals. Today class is completed.